not done my calendar yet. We're on day 12. Excuse the squeaking of my stool. So I've just finished hoovering the house and making it all clean. I need to go and give it a quick spray. But yeah, today is a games day. So because I am a big D&D player and computer game player and board game player, and all those wonderful things. And so are all of my friends, somewhat unsurprisingly. So we're having a big kind of, I'm not quite sure what to call it, sort of hobbies marathon evening / afternoon. Because believe it or not, when I've started recording this, it is already 3 p.m. So this is going to be possibly a very short vlog. So in order for me to be able to edit it and get it out at the same time.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, so we're all quite excited because we know what happens tomorrow, and what happens tomorrow is that Alice starts making the journey back. I kind of want, if you're wondering who I'm talking to, Matty, I keep saying Matty because I'm used to Ruben. Yeah. Matt is here. I keep on wanting, like, I want to install a tracker in Alice's car and watch her like you do, like, with NORAD and Santa as she travels across.
I mean, there must be a way to potentially do it.
I mean, there is, but it's also creepy.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that. I kind of wish I could do that. But yeah, it's an exciting day, and I have a hunch that this is going to replay on Saturday.
Quite possibly.
Depending upon how tired Ian is. And Ian better bloody well be coming, because I have already said one of two things is happening. Either I'm making cookie dough tomorrow, or I'm buying a shovel. Because I've already said I will siege the place where he is currently stationed with a shovel, and any would-be adolescent teenager who decides to aim a rifle at me, I will just turn around and go, son, I have almost died on the operating table giving birth to my son. Your pistol has no fear on me. I will come at you with a shovel, and if you are still in my way by the time I get there, you are getting shoveled.
It's either that, or we do reverse the Great Escape. Like, instead of digging out, we're digging to get in.
So,
all the while, just like,
I will go in wielding a shovel like a claymore, to liberate the Ian, and that's on camera now. So. But yes, anyway, it's okay. I jest. So, anyway, so we're doing this, and I suspect this will probably replay on Saturday. Yeah. So we're gonna make some miniatures and things, because, you know, it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the sun has already set. It's already gone. It did wake up this morning.
It did at least make a brief appearance.
It was a brief appearance. And then the sun just kind of went, fuck off.
Yes, sir. I have come. You have seen me. Bye.
We did pay a little visit to Farm Foods, which we didn't take you with because it was sort of impromptu. So we did pay a bit of a visit to Farm Foods. I'm not going to lie. And I'm saying this very quietly because I know that Matt has already bought some ready meals for dinner. I really kind of like, a little bit of me wants to get noodles. So a little bit of me wants to get noodles.
I always like to say, man, I'll just go and get the noodles.
No, I'll pay for noodles. So it'd be because we'll need cash anyway. So
yeah, well, I can just get back to mine and grab like a tenner or something. We do noodles.
Yeah, but no, we've already bought ready meals.
Yeah, but they'll keep. We might end up, if they do come over, we might just using on Saturday.
Well, in that case, we need to make space inside the freezer.
Sounds like a new quest has been issued.
No quest. Anyway, so I am going to. This is the first time I've had sort of a bittersweet. We'll go into this at a later date, but I have had sort of a bittersweet relationship with my hobbies and things. And I've not been like, I've not wanted to do anything of that sort of thing, apart from kind of like being a dungeon master and all of that kind of stuff, because that sort of stuff is fun. I haven't wanted to do that for a while, and when I say a while, we're probably talking almost 6 months, but I haven't wanted to do it for a while, and yeah, so consequently
Go try and coax out the hobbyist.
we're going to try and coax her out, the hobbyist, and build some miniatures. And I have miniatures from like a vast array of different brands, and try and kind of like encourage myself to want to do these things again. And yeah, basically that's where we're going. And that's what we're going to do today. So, yeah. Enjoy today. It's probably going to be a very short vlog. I'm not entirely sure what I'm vlogging at this point, but vlogging is going to occur. And Matt has already started, so I probably should go and find something and catch up at least. So yes, so this is going to be quite, we're going to be going on for a long time. I'm obviously not going to take you on past a certain point because I will need to edit this and post it. Or, as I like to say, every single vlog for the last 3 vlogs. Maybe I'll run this into 2 vlogs and then I never do.
Yep.
Because I said that at the beginning of yesterday's vlog, and then yesterday's vlog was an hour long. So,
yep.
So yes, this is going to be...
Q&A happened.
Yeah. So I'm going to go and try and do a hobby that I haven't done for about 6 months, that I used to be incredibly good at. Like,
yeah, you will be.
I have trophies of good at. So,
yeah. All it takes is finding that one mini that, that one miniature that, sparks.
I'm going to leave this, so we'll talk later. Okay, bye.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine.
Still going strong.
Don't get that from GW Paints.
Not the ability to open it and not get paint in your fingers.
Yeah, that's my GW paint.
Yeah. I had to get rid of one of my scaling blind dinges because that stuff had just like dried up and become putty. It's like, but this is one of the newest pots that you made. I don't know what chemical they've changed in it, but now it's just awful. Just doesn't last anything like long enough.
I've been switching out for
Is it army painter and stuff?
yeah, army painter, but again, it just doesn't have.
Doesn't have the same like feel and vibrancy of colour that P3 does.
I just like P3.
I've never used P3, so I will probably find out at some point how good they are.
You'll get through. You're like, oh.
Why did I ever stick with Citadel?
Wow. I've been painting on hard mode.
I mean, I may well like, with any future projects that I might end up doing. So I'm still going to get rid of a bunch of the armies I have because there's no point having them. I'm going to be getting rid of the World Eaters. I'm going to get rid of the I'm going to get rid of the World Eaters. I'm going to get rid of the Blood Ravens. I'm going to get rid of a whole bunch of my 40k armies. I just don't need them. Like, the only reason I had them was for the events that you ran that were fun to do. So, and now I'm just gonna really like, I'm just gonna do armies that I enjoy, that I want to do, not want to keep.
The only thing that I miss is the light banks.
The daylight bulbs at the back.
Yeah, which are now just not being used.
No. It's like temptation to go in there sometimes and be like, dude, why did you get rid of the painting bits at the back? And it's like, oh, because that's not really what it's supposed to be for. Yes, but now you've said goodbye to 90% of your clientele. People came in to paint stuff because you had some of the best lights available in Lynn. Like, and now that you're not using them,
people should be playing and doing it at home, and it's like, can you do it at home? No, so why do you think other people can?
Moreover, people are basically paying a premium price for like as a subscription to come to the shop. Like, and you're not going to provide them that. Then why are they going to continue buying a premium product and they can't use it? Yeah, but it's something I've kind of had to effectively fudge at home with mine, is that the lights I've got on my ceiling, they're all multicoloured, so there's like red, blue, green, that sort of thing. When I then combine it with my standard light I've got in my room, it makes it similar to the daylight lamps that we had in the shop. Makes it very close, so it can kind of work. I know this guy is custode and thus is supposed to be gold, but he is going to get painted black because he is going to be either a fancy Martian on Terminator plate or a very cool captain. One of those two things is going to happen. Because fuck the rules, I don't care anymore. I mean, I think we stopped caring a long time ago anyway when it came to the rules.
It's, yeah. GW is...
Waking up to sunshine, sparkles in the air, magic all around me, we're flying everywhere. Dreams in technicolor, rainbows in the sky, we can touch the stars now, soaring way up high. In this magical world, we can be what we wanna be. In this magical world, so much to see. Every day's an adventure, friends by my side. We laugh and we dance in this joyful ride. Our hearts full of wonder, eyes open wide. Together we'll conquer with love as our guide.
Hello everybody! It is now day 13. So this is the first time we have run 2 days together because we didn't do a huge amount else last day. We basically we painted. We painted, we chatted, we had Chinese, and then we watched Red 1. Which is now out on Amazon Prime. And I don't care what anyone else says, I do not understand the hate. It was a bloody good film. It just was. I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand why people disliked it so much. We thought it was great. Yeah, I guess haters will be haters because there was nothing wrong with that film. It started off good. It was very enjoyable. It had some big names in it. And it was a lot of fun. I'm in two minds whether or not to show my son. It's technically a 12. I don't think there's anything like terribly bad in it, but it's sort of like it's on the cusp of whether or not it's appropriate for him. He is 10, so I mean, possibly. But it's a really good film. A really good film. And it has giant reindeer, which explains a lot of things, really. It has giant reindeer. And it uses a lot of like northern mythology, with Grayla and Krampus. It uses a lot of mythology and things. And yeah, it was a really, really good film. So if you have Amazon Prime, I strongly recommend you go and watch it because it should have done better in the cinema, and I think people just hated it because, you know, they disliked the fact that The Rock was in 2 films over Christmas. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good film. Anyway, today is an exciting day. As creepy as this sounds, and I know this is going to sound creepy, my friend Alice is making her way back from university. And I kind of wish I'd installed a tracker in her car so that I could track her like Santa or NORAD. Because that's very exciting. Normally she comes over for like Halloween time. She comes back from university from Halloween time. This year she didn't because it's her final year and she's working on her final year project. So we've not seen her since the summer. So it's very exciting. And we are hoping, fingers crossed, that she is bringing her boyfriend with as well, who we haven't seen for a year. So we're hoping that everyone is going to be back for Christmas. Everyone. I have a strong feeling that on Saturday, my house is going to become Christmas Central. I have full expectations, but that does sort of depend upon how tired they are after their journey, because it's a very long journey. So, yeah, we'll be waiting with anticipation for when we get the notification that she has actually arrived in Norfolk. So, because both me and Matt are quite excited about that. But yeah, as for today, there's no real plans for today. I don't think. No real plans for today. Aside from the fact that at 5 p.m, I'm going to be going live on Instagram for the live that I was going to do before the storm hit. And then the storm hit and made the internet not so great. And I didn't want to have to deal with the added stress of kind of like not being able to see it. And some people not being able to see it because they didn't have electricity. All this kind of stuff. So I waited. But the storm's now like well past. And yeah, so for that I will have to put some makeup on for the first time in about a fortnight. But my skin is clearing up because I haven't put any makeup on. Which is good. It's nice. So now consequently I'm going to clog it all up again with makeup again. So yeah, that's how we roll. So yeah, that's today basically. A 5 p.m. live on Instagram to talk about Wonderkin. Remind people that Wonderkin still exists. That anything does count. That includes virtual gift vouchers and virtual items and Ko-fi donations as well as everything else. My sore throat reached its peak yesterday. It felt very raw. Which is consequent why I suggested we get noodles from the Chinese. But it felt very raw. However, today feels marginally better. I'm still, you can probably hear it, I'm still a little bit croaky. A little bit. and a little bit nasal with like a blocked nose and stuff. But it wouldn't be Christmas without a cold, would it? Really, would it? It wouldn't be Christmas without a cold. So, so yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. I'm sure we'll find something to film and do. I'm kind of, it's a very grey but still day outside, and I'm very tempted to potentially make more gingerbread. Very tempted, because I've got the good butter, not the butter, the good butter in the fridge. And I'm very tempted to make some gingerbread with it. So yeah, I think that's basically it. It's a very it's not raining, it's just still and grey. It's a December day. It's not even particularly cold actually either. It's surprisingly warm. But yes. Anyway, you didn't watch this to kind of get a weather report of the day. So anyway, we'll get on with the day and we'll do some stuff. Yeah, most of my day I think is probably going to be me monitoring Facebook to see if Alice sends any updates. That's basically going to be me. She probably won't, but I'm going to do that anyway. So we decided to go and get festive drinks at Costa. And yeah. We haven't tried like their festive stuff yet, so yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I've got a Black Forest hot chocolate, which they've done in previous years, but and I have tried it, but yeah, this is the first time like doing so like specifically here. Yeah, we're just waiting for it. Got ourselves a cheeky mince pie at the same time. And because we hadn't had any breakfast yet, so I decided that having some food would probably be a good idea. It's currently trying to think about raining. I think I've got a feeling that it might do later anyway. So it's quite busy today. Realistically, it's quite busy. But yeah, I don't think they've had their order in because the cake cabinet was like very empty. There was like very few like toasties or anything. Very few cakes. Just had like biscuits laid in and stuff. So I don't think either something's gone wrong with their counter, or I don't think they've received their order this week or yet, and they're just completely out. Yeah, but that's okay because yeah, I've got plenty of stuff at the house anyway. So. And then I think as we're on the, as we're at the industrial estate, I don't know why they call it industrial estate because there's very little industry in it, but we're going to go and hunt for salsa because we've got some tortilla stars. I've got some tortilla stars, and I don't have any kind of like salsa or dips or anything. So I think that's going to be the plan next, is to go and get salsa. I think probably the best place for that's going to be Home Bargains. We have got farm foods here as well, but I've got a feeling that Home Bargains would probably be a good one to go for that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do whilst we're here. And the main reason for that is that we're doing chips and dips this evening. Matt will be going home. He did stay over yesterday. I have the sofa that I have pulls out, and I have so many throws and pillows and things that he was absolutely fine. But we've put it all back together again now, and but he's gonna head home tonight, and I think there's a plan that we're maybe doing some joint video games. Because as I think I've mentioned before, I'm a bit of a fan of Diablo at the moment, which may sound a bit strange, considering the kind of stuff that I do, but yeah, that may sound a bit strange. But I'm a bit of a fan of Diablo at the moment, and we are crushing the season, so I think that's probably what we're going to do this evening. I'm still trying to remember and kind of like put together in my head all of the things that I'm going to talk about in the live later at 5. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, I know it's because it's so different now. Because originally, when I booked it, we hadn't surpassed the first goal. So, and now we have. So now it's a case of like we're on to the next bit, and there is so much cool stuff coming. So what I was going to talk about originally and what I'm going to talk about now has kind of changed. So I need to kind of change inside my head what it is, what I'm going to talk about, and how, as well as kind of the question, the Q&A that I was going to do, which is quite brief, really. There's a handful of questions that I consistently get asked, but yeah, it's quite brief, really. It's getting really busy in here. I think it's probably because it's lunchtime, but I wasn't expecting it to be so busy because it's like the middle of the month. And it's like just before Christmas, I suppose. It's strange. So yeah. Anyway, let's enjoy some hot chocolate in a rinse pot, shall we? Went into farm foods instead.
Yep.
It's not what I said we were going to do, but never mind. Right. Salsa. I reckon it'll be over the other side over here. Like, where the crisps are. I've tried the nacho cheese, it's just not that great.
They don't really have the spicy one either, do they?
No, they've only got the... That's the only others. So yeah, they've only got the mild one, unfortunately.
Potentially a trip from here to Hobbyest.
Which is where I said that we would probably end up. Yeah, I think maybe we'll go to Home Bargains.
Yeah.
I thought Home Bargains is where we'd end up.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to pick up some cheese footballs, but I don't need them. Right, okay. Well, Home Bargains.
To Home Bargains.
To Home Bargains. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe just have to do without. You like cheese footballs there too? I like the cheese footballs. Ruben likes cheese footballs, but garlic and onion. Classic trio. Seasoned chive, garlic and onion. Chicken bacon. We've got like classic dips, but I don't think we're going to find salsa anywhere. I don't really want to. That's the problem, I think. I don't really want to. Mm-hmm. Pots of joys. Oh, we were looking for those. Can't not have that. And I could just dip that, to be honest. That might be what I do. Like that. Hello. So, went to Home Bargains, as you saw. I thought we'd end up in Home Bargains, to be fair. You can hear the yeah, if you can hear the microwave going off, that is because currently I am cooking I'm just heating up some food for lunch. But I saw that I picked up the pastry and I was like, I really now have a hankering to make some waffle twists, and they take next to no time to make. So I'm going to quickly go and do those. I've already turned the oven on already. So you just kind of have to liberally put some on, like this. Ooh. Hiya.
Hello.
You alright?
Yep.
You were in the loo for a long time.
Okay. Are you making the waffle swirl?
I am making the waffle swirls. Are you putting stuff in my fridge?
Maybe.
You could do this with Marmite if you prefer Marmite. I just prefer the fact that waffle tastes meatier. You don't like it, do you?
Not really, no. Not a Bovril fan. I mean, my
Do
dad...
you mean that, like, you're not a Bovril fan? Do you mean, like, you've not actually had Bovril and you're basing your assumption on Marmite?
No, I've had Bovril and... Yeah.
How have you had Bovril?
I've had it when it's the...
You have it as a cup.
I had it in the cup when you kind of add water and you mix it all together.
No, because you see, that is all... That, yes, that's disgusting.
Mm.
That's not how one should have Bovril.
Okay. Well, that's my experience of having Bovril.
Oh, well, that why? Meat flavoured water is never good.
ironically, I quite enjoy Marmite.
Well, then you probably like Bovril. It's just meaty Marmite.
Okay. Does Ruben like Bovril 12? I've never had them before.
Yes. I mean, they're not going to be here by the time he gets back.
They will have been claimed.
They would have been eaten by that point. And I think the winter is like the best time to do cooking. You feel more inclined. I feel more inclined to do cooking when it's winter.
These are not cheese balls.
No,
What they were. Because someone picked up cheese balls.
I thought you did too. You checked your bag?
Yeah, anything left in there was cheese list.
I didn't watch you when you were picking them up, so.
I mean, do you want mini cheddars?
I mean, I could have mini cheddars instead.
I can always go back and grab you some more.
I think this is going to be terrible. I think these are going to be gross, Matt.
You have toast.
I have toast, do I?
I'll stick it in the living room.
No, well, no, because I don't want it in the living room. It looks like watery sludge.
I just need a bit of a mix around. I mean, it was a 3 for 10.
Right. Right then. It's a big thing, so no, we're not going to do this. Not in there.
What's your up?
Well, no.
Possible? Not really.
Just curry flavoured soup.
Okay.
I don't know, like, it's already dark. We're getting there, and it's like 2:30. I have no idea what is going on with British weather at the moment. I'm sure it's not supposed to be this dark already by this point. I mean, I know we're heading towards the shortest day of the year, but still. But yeah, so, both roll 12s were a success. Possibly eaten too many of those, but they were very yummy. And I'm now just getting myself kind of like prepared and like put some stuff on, ready to head into the studio and prepare for this Q&A that I'm going to be doing, this live, which will be cool. And yeah, so and Matt just popped out, go and grab a few bits before we finish up for the day here. And we haven't heard anything from Alice yet, but you know, if you can hear anything in the background, it's because we were watching Mrs. Brown Boy's Christmas specials, because there were a few we hadn't watched, and yeah, we're just kind of winding down and and preparing so that for me to do the live and things. I'm obviously not going to record both at the same time because that's not actually possible for me. So I'm going to be, I will let you know how that goes when I've finished. Hello everybody. It's quite late now. It's about 10 o'clock. So this vlog is going to get edited tomorrow. But basically, yeah, we've just had a notification that Alice now have an hour in Norfolk and they've just got back, which is great. We've sent some very entertaining gifs. Oh my goodness, sorry, excuse me. I am so ready to sleep. So I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope it's been entertaining for you. It's 2 days run together. This was always going to happen, right? Because life gets in the way. But this was always going to happen. It's 2 days run together. I'm privately hoping that tomorrow we might see Alice. Privately hoping. But it was a very long journey, so that might not necessarily happen. But yeah, privately hoping. Anyway, I'm going to end the vlog here. I will see you tomorrow. No pre-plans or anything like that. But I will see you tomorrow for VLOGMAS day 14. I think it's 14. Does anyone else feel like the days are going far too fast? There is literally 10 days to Christmas Eve. 10. I want that to sink in to anyone who's still doing Christmas shopping and hasn't shopped small yet. 10. Do you know how small your window is to shop in? Very small. But yeah, it's only 10 days. Oh my god. And I haven't even done like half my Christmas wrapping. Thank God that I did some of my Christmas wrapping long before Christmas and sent it ahead. Thank God. I've also received notification that my mum has received hers. So yeah. So at least that's in place. But as far as like the people I'm seeing that are physically going to be like in Norfolk, like Alice and Matt and Liam, I haven't even touched those. So at some point I'm gonna have to. My goodness me. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna head off. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for VLOGMAS Day 14. Bye.